What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of New Jersey, season 14, episode 10, you guys. So I am on location. I am currently in Miami, you guys. Today is my birthday that I'm recording this. So you guys may hear the air conditioner in my room. If you do, I apologize, but I'm not going to burn up down here. So this is, like I said, season 14, episode 10. Episode was titled Inner Peace of My Mind. Now, before we go ahead and get into the review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I'll need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, shall we? All right, you guys, so this episode, it wasn't like the best episode, but as far as this episode goes, there was not a whole lot of drama. It was pretty chill for me, so I don't really feel like I have a whole lot to say about this week's episode, but I definitely want to know you guys' opinions in the comment section of the video of what you guys thought about this episode. And let's go ahead and get into it with the person who, in my personal opinion, didn't really have a lot in this episode, and that'll be Danielle. So Danielle, we see Danielle, and she's getting ready for Melissa's fashion show. And so she was telling, no, she wasn't getting ready for Melissa's fashion show. Melissa's fashion show is coming up, right? And, well, no, she was getting ready for her fashion show. Now, a scene that they showed earlier in the episode was her and Nate talking because Melissa brought her backstage with her so that way she can see what Melissa does with her fashion show. I ain't got no kind of comments about that because, you know, Melissa's been doing her fashion show for some time now. So it's always nice when someone wants to welcome you in and just be like, let me show you the ropes and things like that. We'll talk about it later because Jennifer Aiden said something and I was like, it still doesn't matter. Either way it goes, right? So with Danielle, she feels like Teresa doesn't have her back when it comes to this whole situation with Jennifer. And with that, I guess I can say I agree to an extent, right? Because what I will say in defense of Teresa, I don't feel like she is picking a side, but what I do feel like with Teresa is she is justifying what she justified the last time they were together, what Jennifer did. So I don't think that in a sense that she is, you know, not having her back. I think she's just trying to figure out a way to justify Jennifer's actions, right? Because I feel like now with Jennifer and Danielle having a rift, then it kind of pushes, and this is just, you know, just me talking out loud. You know, it kind of looks like, well, if she's not cool with Jennifer and she's only cool with me, then, you know, she'll be pushed over there because she's already cool with quote unquote the other side. So, you know, I don't know, but you guys will tell me what you think and feel, right? And we also found out that Danielle's kids were going to star in a Kids Bop music video. My God, today I didn't even know Kids Bop still existed. Like, I used to hate Kids Bop back in the day. It just sounded so horrible. I remember the days of watching Nickelodeon and those Kids Bop commercials coming on, and some of your favorite songs, they butchered them. Let's just be real about it, right? Now, with Danielle, we saw her talking to Nate, right? And they were talking about her dad coming to the video shoot, right? And Danielle's whole thing is she wanted Nate to ask her dad. And I was like, why does Nate have to ask your father? And she said it's because the producers even asked her that same question. And she said, well, because I'm weak. And I was like, girl, you want that weak when you punch Jennifer Aiden in the face? But, you know, I get it, right? I kind of get it because even when it comes to never mind, neither here nor there. But at the end of it, we get to the kids' Bob video shoot, and unfortunately, her dad wasn't able to make it because her stepmom had surgery on her eyelids, I believe they said, and there were some complications from it. So her dad had to rush her back to the hospital. I'm gonna keep my opinions to myself about that, and but let me know what you guys think, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next person, which is going to be Black Dolores. So Dolores, we see Dolores as she is sitting down with Margaret, right? So Margaret is telling Dolores about, what's going on with Joe. And, I have not even went to go look at Marge's Instagram or Twitter to see what the latest is with Joe, but I'm pretty sure we'll find out, because if you guys don't know, there are 3 episodes left of this season. Well, actually now 2 episodes left of this season. And yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with Joe. I'm hoping nothing but the best for Joe and his MRI. So they did talk about Jackie, right? And Margaret said that she never said a bad word about Dolores and Polly. But she said that what she did say to her was that, when if because what happened is, so after the last season's reunion, I guess Teresa, Louie, and Dolores and Polly went out with each other. This is here. Here we go. Let's talk about Jackie real quick. Let's talk about Jackie really quickly. Jackie is childish, and Jackie is she's childish. She's insecure. There are a lot of things. So Jackie took a screenshot of Dolores's Instagram stories, right? And she sent it to Margaret. Margaret felt a way about Louie and Dolores going to lunch with Teresa. And so she said that if it was David, David wouldn't have done that. And Dolores was like, well, if it was David, David wouldn't have went to lunch with me either, right? Dolores, you picked crappy men. You picked crappy men, but let's just go back to Jackie. Mama, you're obsessed with social media, and you're older than I am. Even I'm not that obsessed with social media. It's like, what the hell, girl? Like, what the hell? I don't get it. But I guess Margaret and Dolores are good. Like, that is so childish. First, you were upset that Dolores didn't tag you in the photo that was on Instagram. Now we find out that you took a screenshot of her Instagram stories and sent it to her friend. Girl, Jackie continuously makes herself look like an ass clown, and I just don't understand it. Like, oh God, I can't. I just can't with Jackie. I can't with Jackie. I can't with Jackie. I can't with Jackie. But that's it with Dolores. Where are we at? So I guess we'll go ahead and move on. Like I said, so I don't know if I said it in the beginning. I know I don't expect this review to be that long, because this episode really didn't give a whole lot of nothing to me personally. But let's go ahead and move on to Melissa, you guys. So we see Melissa. So she, Joe, and her mom, we saw them as they went out for dinner, and they were talking about the Envy fashion show. And so we also found out that her mom is got a new boyfriend. Well, I don't know if she said a boyfriend, but it's a new guy that her mama is dating, right? And they just had a conversation about that. It was pretty much fluff. But that was really it until we got to the fashion show. But the fashion show, I will say, she invited everyone with the exception of Teresa. Jennifer Aiden showed up. Margaret was there. Even Jackie was there. Jen Fessler was there. Now let's talk about. Let's go get into this real quick, right? So when Jen Fessler came and she spoke to Jennifer Aiden, she was like, "What did she say?" She alluded to Jen Fessler giving some style advice to Danielle. I was like, "Girl, please look in the mirror. Please meet kettle, because Jennifer Aiden, your fashion style is terrible. Like, girl, get off the gas, right? But yeah, so we get that. So Margaret, so we also found out that Margaret, Danielle, and Rachel, I believe, right? Melissa had all given them something to wear to the fashion show. At one point, Margaret and Jackie were having a conversation. Margaret repeated something that Jackie said. Jack was like, I don't talk like that. But the producers played the flashback of what she said. And Margaret was like, you know what? We're not even going to have a back and forth. And I was like, thank God. Now, what I will say is Margaret was petty, 100% petty, when she sat there in that girl's face and told her that Melissa had given them those outfits, those dresses to wear. And Jackie got pissed. I was like, Jackie, you are too old for the dumb shit. Like, I just don't understand Jackie. Like, no parts of me understands Jackie at this point. Like, are we in the fifth grade, sixth? Like, are we still in high school, middle school? Like, where are we? Because Jackie gets mad about the most mundane of things. Because she went over there with Jennifer Aiden. Yeah, she just told me that Melissa gave them dresses to wear. Get me away from it's like, girl, what? I'm really hoping that this is Jackie's last season. And to be honest with you guys, like I've said before, I used to like Jackie when she was a housewife. I liked Jackie. But and I also when Jackie got demoted last season, I really felt bad for Jackie. I really felt bad for Jackie. But looking at the way that Jackie is going this season, I feel nothing for Jackie because Jackie is making herself look like a clown, making herself look like a joke. And it's very pathetic. It's completely pathetic. So we get to the fashion show, right? And it was a bunch of women models, which Jennifer Aiden noticed that. And she's like, there's a lot of women models and there's no male models. Go figure, because the last time she had male models, it was accused that she was sleeping with, she had kissed one of them. And I knew this, but I had forgot all about it. Like I know that guy, not know him personally, but I know the guy who they alleged she was in the backseat of the car kissing. He's an actor on Tyler Perry's The Oval. His character's name is Alan. I was like, wait a minute, that's Alan. So then she was talking to the girl that was sitting next to her, asking her, does Melissa design her own clothes? And if she does or if she doesn't, what does it have to do with the price of tea in China? When you have a clothing store or anything like that, when you want to market stuff, you could either do a fashion show, you can do a fashion show, which Melissa did, or you can do a photo shoot. You want to put your products where people can see them visibly. But Jennifer wouldn't know anything about that because what businesses does Jennifer Aiden have? I'll wait for it. Let somebody let me know what business Jennifer Aiden has. Because when she was arguing with Danielle about the damn step and repeat, she was talking about Bill's business, not her business. So Jennifer, go sit down somewhere and shut the and fuck up. Like I swear to you guys, I cannot stand Jennifer Aiden. She gets on my last nerve. So that was it for Melissa's fashion show. And then we'll wrap the episode up with Teresa. Didn't really mean to leave Teresa for last, but hey, it is what it is, right? So Teresa is having a live podcast, a live show for her podcast, Namaste Bitches, right? I really want her to retire to Namaste because nothing about you is Namaste. Like, I just want you to retire that, Teresa. Because you weren't Namaste with Kim D. You weren't Namaste with Margaret when you flipped that table on her. So where's this Namaste at? And oh, also, let me point this out real quickly because there was someone in my live chat last week who was talking about the Teresa haters. Let me say this one more time and loudly and clearly for everybody to hear me when I speak. I do not hate Teresa. I don't hate Teresa. Do I see it for Teresa? Not really. Am I a fan of Teresa's? Absolutely not. Was I once a fan of Teresa's? Yes. I can be honest about that. At one point in time, I used to like Teresa, but as time has gone on, I'm not a Teresa fan anymore. I once liked Teresa, but I don't. So there's that. So you can't. So for y'all to say Teresa haters, never been a hater of Teresa's. Absolutely not. There's really nothing for me to hate on Teresa about, unless you guys are talking about the fact that she's on television and I'm not. But other than that, there's nothing for me to hate on with her. Let's just be real about that. And it's so funny to me that the Teresa stands, they say that she hasn't talked about, she don't talk about Melissa, but she sure did talk about Melissa when she was talking about her podcast host Melissa. She was like, she's the good Melissa as compared to that bitch her brother married. Let's talk about. Mm, I was going to say something about Louis, but let's talk about that man. Let's get into your husband because there's some shady things going on with your husband. But okay, girlfriend, whatever, whatever. Oh, you guys, I got that style thing wrong. It was at Teresa's event when Jennifer Aiden talked about style. But she talked about it, and I still don't know why Jennifer Aiden brought up style because you can't dress to save your life. So Teresa started her podcast, and coincidentally, it was about family and peace and being, letting family. Now, here's the thing. I'm not even going to beat Teresa up with this when it comes to that because I honestly was okay with it, what she said. Because that is true, right? Sometimes to have peace in your life, just because you're family, doesn't mean that you should be in each other's lives like that, right? Because I have some family members that I am not close to, don't think I will ever be close to, and don't think I ever want to be close to, right? But I can be cool. The difference between me and Teresa is I can be cordial with my family. I can be in the same room with them. Doesn't mean we got to speak to each other. We can be in the same room. I can say hi and bye, and that be it. But that's neither here nor there. But I got what she was saying when she was talking about cutting family out your life. I got that. Love seeing Dorinda there. Love seeing Dorinda. Then after it was over, because she did a Q&A, but we didn't see it. But she went and talked to the girls, right? And I was listening to the podcast. I think it's Behind the Velvet Rope, where Melissa's old nose, aka Gabriella, was on there. And she keeps saying that because she said that at some point this season is gonna come out. Because you guys, if you listen, Teresa kept saying that there's something that they can't talk about right now, but when she can, she'll tell them. And according to Gabriella, it has something to do with Margaret, and I don't know 100% what that is. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. I think what she's because I think that's what it is. I think what she's alluding to, because they kind of talked about it a little bit, is his ex. I think is Louis' ex-wife. If I'm not mistaken, I believe Gabriella said that, and don't quote me on this, but I believe Gabriella said that it's going to come out that Margaret had a conversation with his ex-wife, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys know that, please correct me in the comment section, right? But she said she'll explain it to them when she can. Jennifer Aiden, you a motherfucking liar. You keep rewriting what happened between you and Danielle. Like, my God. You talking about you were trying to walk away from her or put, just back. No, 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 no. The footage shows it clear as day. Yes, she was cussing you out, but you pushed her hard as fuck. Like, I want her lying ass to stop. Like, please stop with the lies. Please stop with the damn lies. So Danielle actually showed up. Now, Danielle originally wasn't going to come because of the Kids Bop the Kids Bop video shoot. It was a conflict of time, but she was able to make it. Man, when her and Jennifer Aiden, when they all went back there to Teresa's room, you know what? I can't even say I'm mad at Danielle. Her and Jennifer, they got into it with each other. And then when she walked out, when Danielle told Jennifer that she looks like shit, y'all, I hollered because it was funny to me. It was funny to me. And then Teresa's talking about them two making up. I was like, Teresa, you can wrap that up with a bow. I don't think that Danielle wants to be friends with Jennifer, and I don't think that Jennifer wants to be friends with Danielle. And let's be real, I don't think that Jennifer ever liked Danielle. Let's just call a spade a spade. She never liked Danielle. The thing with Danielle was they used Danielle last season with that whole Melissa situation. You guys can agree or disagree. It is what it is. I don't really care. Those are my opinions. Now, when Jennifer was screaming, I don't understand why Jennifer was screaming at Dolores. But the next thing that I'm going to say is Jennifer wants Teresa to have a issue with, and you guys can get, you Teresa fans can get mad all you want to. This is how I feel. Jennifer is upset with Teresa because Teresa is not doing the same thing that Jennifer has been doing for season after season after season when it comes to Melissa and Margaret. Jennifer has had issues. Yes, I know Jennifer has had her own issues with both Margaret and Melissa. You guys don't have to bring any of that stuff up, right? But the thing between Jennifer, Melissa, and Margaret, they make up at the reunions, and then the next season they're back into it with each other again. Coincidentally, with this situation, Jennifer is into it with Danielle. She wants Teresa to have the same blind loyalty that she's had to her for, however many seasons, right? So yeah, Jennifer is getting pissed off at Teresa because of that. Because Teresa is not willing to drop Danielle. And, if I'm going to defend Teresa, let's be real. Danielle ain't did nothing to Teresa for her to drop her. So I don't blame Teresa for not wanting to not be friends with Danielle because Danielle didn't hit her. She hit you. But Jennifer, you're the dumb fool who had issues with Margaret and Melissa, and you continuously had them over. Now, people might say, well, Joe cussing her out at BravoCon. I know that happened. I didn't know it at the time, but I have since saw the video of him calling her a bitch and all that kind of stuff. And she had every right to be upset with Joe. She did. And I'm not going to sit here and deny that. But, okay. I think Jennifer expected blind loyalty from Teresa, and Teresa's not going to give it to her. And whose fault is that? Jennifer's. But that's it, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video, you guys. Bye.